Coming to you live from the city that never sleeps, Savannah, Georgia. Just kidding, I'm not in Savannah. This is Veezy from Balk Dirty to me. Thanks for coming back for another Braves recap. All right, we got April 27, 2018, the Braves at 14-10. Where are we going today? Weekend series. Oh, yeah, we're going to go to Citizens Bank Park to play the Phillies for the third time. First time at Citizens Bank Park, they are 15-9. It's the third time facing Aaron Nola. And we'll get after him in the first inning. Ender comes up to bat. He goes down 1-2, and he battled for a great walk. He's a professional hitter. Like to see that out of our leadoff guy. After that, Ender, first pitch steal, which was great. You like to see him going in scoring position, especially with the guys we had behind him. Ozzie comes up after that, and he bloops one, which I thought every defender should have gotten, even the left fielder. Bloops it over to the right field, no man's land, and it finds a way to fall, so we'll take it. Freddie comes up after that. We're just rolling now. He hits a rocket single, scores Ender, and you hear chants in the crowd of E-A-G-L-E-S. I guess Philly fans can't get over that Super Bowl. Freddie tries to steal second, foul ball. Nice to see that, especially with a guy on third, see if they can throw it, see if they won't. Freddie tries to steal second again. He's in there, and they kind of take their time with that throw, with the swipe and everything, and while that's going on, Ozzie scores from third. So it's a nice double steal, something you like to see. After that, a few outs, Acuna comes up, and he hits a scorcher. I mean, it was probably the fastest ground ball I've ever seen in my entire life. And it squeaks past the shortstop, and Freddie's on second, and he scores. So it's 3-0 Braves. Acuna probably should have no business going to second base, but he was in there by a mile, and it was great to see the hustle from that kid. Bottom of the inning, Julio comes up, and he walks the first two batters. Not what you want to see, especially with their heart of their lineup is pretty nasty. Odubel Herrera comes up after that, and he hits a scorcher. Looks like it's just going to hit the base of the wall, but it keeps raising, and it finds a way to get over the wall by about a foot. So that's a 3-run home run for Odubel, and it's now 3-3. After that, Julio, he gave a walk to Hoskins, and he picked him off nicely, which was great. Nice to see. And he got the next batter with the pop out. So it was good to see him escape the danger, but we are tied at 3-3 after one. Second inning, 3 up for 3 down. Nola recovers. He looks real nice in this inning. All 3 pitches are working nice for him. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Freddie and Dansby are making pretty good defensive plays, which is what you like to see when your pitching is struggling. And our team is really built for defensive strength. So you like to see we're just doing what we should be doing. After that, Julio gets a strikeout. All the pitches in this inning, I think there were 11. He hit all the spots and looked really good. Top of the third, they cut over to Julio in the dugout, and he looks sick. Something doesn't look right. He's sweating. He's got his hood up, and it's like 50 degrees in Philly. So if something doesn't look right, we'll see what happens. Markakis hits another double. He was hustling around the bases. Love seeing it. Nola is still dealing with all 3 pitches. His curveball is pretty nasty. They get out. Nolan gets out of the guy on second base, so it's still 3-3 after that. Bottom of the order, Acuna with a diving catch. I mean, give him the gold glove already, right? That was a great diving play by him. It's good to see. Like I said, the defense really, they're just pretty much carrying everything on our pitching side right now. So after that, Teheran gets out of the inning there, which is great. He was still hitting all the spots. Fastball was pretty, like 5 miles below, I think is what Paul Bird was saying, what he usually throws. So you don't really like to see that, but he's getting out of his inning because he's hitting his spots. At the top of the fourth, Acuna comes up, and he's down 0-2 right away. They talk about how great of a plate presence he has, and I've kind of yet to see it. I mean, the thing about this at-bat is he went 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, and then he chased a curveball, which wasn't great. But they talk about his plate appearance. I mean, it's there, but you can't go down 0-2 all the time. I've seen that a few times from him already this year, but we can't try to pick on him too much. He's got a lot of baseball to be played in his career, and I think he's going to be just fine. 1-2-3 inning after that with the curveball K from Acuna. Nola still looks really good. He wasn't fazed by that first inning at all, so that's okay. Max Fried comes up in after that for Teheran, and nobody really knows what's going on. Like I said, it looked like he was sick in the dugout, so Chip and Joe don't know what's going on. Paul Bird has no word yet, so Paul Bird has no word. The good thing about that is Max Fried comes in and he looks great in this 4th inning. And that's why I feel like we brought him up. I don't think he's going to be a starting pitcher going forward for the Braves. I feel like he's going to be that long relief guy that we need to have. And it's good to see Snitker have faith in his pitchers. He has all year. He brings out Max Fried after having a pretty rough outing last time. So it's good to see Snitker kind of having faith. 5th inning, Nola's still working. All pitches are looking good still. I mean, his curveball's 12-6, nasty. His fastball, low 90s, looks great. He's hitting all the spots. It doesn't look good for the Braves if they keep this guy in. Bottom of the inning, Fried gets out of a runner in scoring position. He was on second base. And that's good. 4 batters and got the 3 outs, so that was good. 6th inning, this is where Nola was just on fire. I mean, I like watching pitchers generally and how they attack, and he was attacking and hitting all the spots. And so he's looking good, and it's not looking good for us. In the bottom of the inning, Fried gives up a Odubel Herrera home run, and it looked exactly like the first one. I mean, it just kept rising and rising and eventually got over that right field wall. Maybe with a little help from the fans, too. If you go back and look at that replay, you'll see what I mean there. So that's 4 RBIs for Herrera, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Fried gets out of that inning. Top of the 7th coming. Acuna battles for a single up the middle. And when I say battles, he was hitting every foul ball pitch that he could see. I mean, he was hanging on by a thread, and that's what you like to see in a young hitter is they can battle and get a base hit. So that was good. Dansby hits in a double play. Cesar Hernandez made a great diving play there. Cesar Hernandez looks to be like a rising star for them too. They got a pretty stacked team of rising stars, so we'll see what happens going forward. It looks like the Braves-Phillies rivalry is back so far this season. After that, Flaherty gets a base hit through the middle. Good to see him. He's been kind of cold lately. Good to see him get back on his hitting streak, or his hot start, I should say. Camargo comes up, pinch hits for Fried. He gets a base hit through the middle, so it's looking like we can attack here. It's still 4-3 ball game, so we can attack, maybe get something going. Runners at first and second for Ender, and he comes up and grounds out. So that's the end of the inning there. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Chase Whitley comes into pitch. They just recalled him up from Gwinnett. Injury issues for him so far in his career, but I think they have the faith in him. We'll see what happens. I've heard good things about him. I have never personally seen him, but we'll see what happens, especially here tonight. First pitch was hit by J.P. Crawford, who's generally not a great hitter. I think he's like their 8 or 9 hitter. Not good to see that guy get a hit, but, you can battle through it and keep going. 8-hitter Jorge Alfaro comes up and hits a 2-run home run. And that's not good. 3-6 Braves. Let's get Whitley back to Gwinnett as soon as possible, please. Bottom of the 7th inning, Chip and Joe are talking about Herrera and how he looks like a flamingo in his batting stance and his huge leg kick. And they sat there and drooled about how good he was for about 10 minutes, and it was pretty disgusting, but yet pretty funny. All right, we go to the top of the 8th inning. Aaron Nola is done for the day. He had a great stat line today, 7 innings, tough first inning. But after that, he settled down and hit all the spots and worked hitters pretty good. Tommy Hunter comes in, and he pretty much works right through the side. Freddie gets on. Suzuki reaches on an error, but after that, we were shut down. Go to the bottom of the inning. Peter Moylan comes up. Good to see him back out there. He's a veteran pitcher. First hitter, Flaherty makes a great play down the line. Looked like he had the guy by about a half, maybe a quarter of a step, but no, they called it. They reviewed it, and they called him safe. After that, the next hitter, Flaherty makes another great play. Nice glove work from him, and he throws it to Ozzie for the double play. Get the runners at second and first. After that, Scott Kingery comes up, walks, and J.P. Crawford gets hit by a pitch, so Moylan doing what Moylan does usually. So after that, Alfaro comes up, gets a base hit, and that scores Kingery at 7-3 Phils. We get out of the inning, go to the top of the 9th inning, down 7-3. We'll see what happens. They'll bring in Hector Neris. He's a pretty solid closer. I know we've attacked him in the past, but we'll see what happens here. He strikes out Dansby, strikes out Flaherty, and he proceeds to... We bring up Preston Tucker for a pinch hit. He gets a nice single to the right fielder, but then he strikes out Ender after that. Tough game overall, really. Pretty good start, how the bats were going, but then, like I said, Nola found his juice after that, so we'll see what happens going forward. We got a pretty good game today. 6:05 Eastern Time. Be back at Citizens Bank Park against the Phillies. We got Fultonevich on the bump. He's been having a pretty great year, so we'll see what he can do. Jake Pivetta comes in for the Nick Pivetta, comes in for the Phillies, and it's our third time facing him. He's a young stud. We'll see going forward what he has to offer us, especially if we face him 3 times in the first 6 weeks. All right, once again, I am Veezy from Balk Dirty to me. Thanks for joining me on another Braves recap. Go Braves!
Shut up and sit down.